I can't really tell what the weather will be like soon. It's always now, of course, and that helps. One thing you don't do is fight the ice and the snow. You don't go out there. If you do, you do it like early in the morning. Even if it's storming, you just get up and you do your walkways. But I don't know. Even then, you really need to think. Do I really need to do that? And the answer is no. Most of the time, absolutely not. You don't have to mess with any of it. You don't have to mess with a single bit. I reinforced my deck with another. Um, See, if I did not shovel off my little deck that was there, that would have been terrible. It would have broke that as far as how much it snowed last year. But I reinforced it this year, and I'll still shovel it. But I didn't have to do that either. I mean, of course, the deck would have fallen off. But what I'm saying is, I don't fight with the snow. I did get I got trapped here. There's an ice sheet between me and the road, and I just figured, nah, I don't really need. I don't really need to leave right now. I should get some water tomorrow morning or tonight. Maybe I was gonna go and get some water. You know me. I'm kind of circulating these bottles. I need to get. Oh boy, this video. What I really want to make is a video of. Well, it's not necessarily about narcissism, but I'm going to get serious about that because, I don't have a problem with narcissism. You have a problem with narcissism when you don't understand. Now, I just got the flash of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. First of all, everybody is unique in the way that Rudolph is, especially if they've become awakened, but maybe they don't know that they're awakened. So they need a guru. They need somebody to say, well, by the way, you're well on your way. Don't worry about these people. Just go along your way and share with us from where you are because you're in a very unique place that you can see ahead. See, he didn't have that um, advantage. It was Santa. It wasn't Guru. It was Santa that came. Satan or Santa, I don't know. Which one do you think it was? Jesus Christ. Is it about you after all? Christmas and Snake. When does all that get like discombobulated? Let me know. In July? The forever July. Is it ever forever going to be going on? I'm sorry, babes, this video. I've been trying to make a video on um even my face is crinkling up to the extent of I don't know what or who that is. But Mars is in Capricorn. It's moving ever so elegantly through Capricorn, and it's going to square my 369. 1, 2, 3. In the middle, it squares my ascendant. And it's just hard. It's hard on me, man. It's hard. It's tough. It could be any other time. But see, it's that time. And anything that comes up. See, I was trying to talk about the people that are fighting the snow over there. They'll get the plow and get that ice just. They could have done it first thing that morning when they saw the sun peek out. And it's like, it's done snowing, let's just, you do one haul over and then the rest melts off. But it turns into an ice sheet. It really did. And by the way, that first storm, whatever it was, that last storm that happened, which is the first storm of our wintertime, it was an ice nucleation. They completely tested their level of achievement when it comes to ice nucleation, which has a different way about it. It's so cold that it kind of it sticks to things when it melts, and so but the air could also be just freezing too. So that combination, you get like the same thing that happens inside of freezers, where you'll see the if the package of peas has been there for more than 6 months, you can see how there's this weird ice development that's stuck to it, and you're like, what is it? Especially inside, the peas will have its own crust of ice that has gotten in there, but the point is like it's hanging on. The ice is hanging on to the structures in there. That's the same thing that I would see in Colorado. They took pictures of this, and that was um, what do they call it, geoengineering at its finest over there in an isolated area. And they would take a picture and say, "Oh, look, climate change. Look what could possibly be happening in the future. Really cold winters are coming," and it's like, yeah, burn down more forests, and you take the moisture out of the air, you take the humidity out of the air. They've been doing that all around the United States, all around. So it just takes the humidity out of the air, it lowers the freezing temperatures. It gets easier, colder easier, and it stays in the air easier. It's not being combated. It's not being combated by the greenery and any of that kind of how it interacts. The more that they chop down trees and burn them and destroy the foliage down to the grass and even the wildlife that's not giving out a fart or two every once in a while. It's something is just getting dangerously. It's just terrible because it's like, well, hello, Mars. The Marsscape it's winning. Mars is winning, or whatever wants to turn it into Mars is winning, which is interesting. I mean, we're certainly not saying that it's turning into Venus, which we supposedly don't even know what's on Venus. Yeah, right. If we could imagine what's going on with those two planets, well, Mars represents men, by the way, and I'm not bagging on them. I want nothing to do with neither one of them. I think both of them can achieve pure awareness, which is such that is like outer space. It's like, well, look at Mars. Mars seems to be desolate. Are they living underground under there? All I know is there's not a single fucking tree. I can't even put up a hammock and enjoy a fucking pond. Over here, Venus, I would, I think that it's now. Now just because now we don't really know what's on Venus. No, yeah, right. What's on Earth? What rules Earth is now. If you look at astrology, the second sign is the Earth sign, ruled by Venus. Earth. Earth is ruled by Venus. You have Mars, Earth ruled Venus. You have Mars ruled fire, and then you have fire ruled Mars, and then you have Earth ruled Venus. Or really is the other way around. It's Mars ruled fire, Venus ruled Earth. So then, if we look, if that's the truth, I mean, look what the possibility is on Earth is. If we can ever see it, there's miniature versions. We have trees here, we have oases here. It's amazing, especially women and men, both both of them traipsing about without hardly anything on. There's there's something called beauty happening. I don't know. Maybe. There's a good feeling. Good feeling. Well, that's very, very questionable now when we talk about. Now, I'm not even talking about the human being, men and women. That's something that we need to clarify. Is whenever I say it, I'm referring to most likely the human beings. Otherwise, there's naked pygmies waiting for the dawn, and them two that give the other two the bad name. See, there's two different worlds there. And who are they? The narcissists is what they call them. But I say, just to try and clarify and keep things on track, because they'll hijack everything. I was noticing, well, today, thanks for listening. It's the epiphany. It's like, well, who is the hijacker of most all things great and wholesome? Narcissists. Just look at it in your microcosm. They ruin every aspect possibility. They ruin your life. See, and that's something to hell to fucking dwell on. You look at these people, and men are there too, and they're like, ah. And there's where there's no cure. See, getting back to beginning of my video, have nothing to do with them as far as how that you don't get in the word that Buddhists would use is entanglement. You don't get entangled with them, and some of them are masters of becoming entangled, right? And so, like, let's look at the now. I called it, the reason why I have so many subscribers is because the gift giving narcissist is. I call it the gift giving narcissist, but what the better, more accurate title for some of them that are um, that cause entanglement, codependency. That's a very good word for another word for entanglement that Buddhists would talk about. It's like, nah, avoid entanglement, avoid codependency, avoid attachment development to the. I mean, avoid thinking that attachment development is love. But anyway, let's look at what I was trying to say with the codependency, going backwards. Breadcrumber narcissist. The breadcrumber narcissist. They're there giving you the least. You have to realize your self-worth, right? And you have to realize 100% what you're worth above whatever issues that you have with your parents, if they made you feel like less than and all that good stuff like that. Especially the attitude towards others, and not necessarily the less than. What if they make you feel more superior in a roundabout figure eight way that a lot of times happens? That's what I am here to stick up for the female part, to say no, you can empower yourself and you can stand as being doing your healing, and then you can also heal others in your personal up close and personal relationships. Now that's, I'm talking about when you take the risk and you let somebody in your life. That is healing time. We are healing each other. If not, get away from each other. I'm saying this with a big smile on my face because as a Libra of 5 planets, it's like, duh, what are you guys doing? Even a Scorpio would kind of know that much. It's like, no, we're richer if we are getting along and we're generous towards each other. It's reciprocating. Or get the fuck out. We're not even good for each other. And that's, again, I try to make a video. I'll put them both up. I'm having a hard time with the Mars. I mean, Mars is there. I'm not having a hard time with it. I don't have a hard time with Mars. Don't talk about it. It's not the narcissist either. The narcissist is the mind that says, "Well, don't get angry," and I can't handle anything of reality or anything. Just put me in bubble wrap, right, and make sure that I stay alive until what? Until you crash into reality, and then the truth appears. And then, did you learn anything new? I hope so. Now we're age 3. I hope we're about right there, but no. People are making it clear to their deathbed, not ever seeing a glimpse of the truth. And for some people, it's far too late. Okay, I'm posting these videos daringly, and it's during my Mars transit, and all of you will be delighted that I might just start screaming at the top of my lungs. I'm going to be very animated. It's Mars. Do I look like I've been hit over something also so far? Yes, most likely, probably. And it's kind of traumatic. It's trauma. It's like, well, nah, that's not happening. Well, what if somebody else? What if it is happening? Well, exercise it anyway. Go out and say, I have boundaries, damn it.